Hello, my lovelies. It is time for my July Wheel of TBR, so stay tuned. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Wheel of TBR is one of my multiple TBR games that I play in order to help pick my TBR for the upcoming month. And the way this one works is I spin my wheel a base of 5 times, and I pick a book based on the prompt that shows up. I also mark on the wheel, and if any slice on the wheel gets 5 marks on it, then I have to do a bonus spin. So before we get started with our July spins, let's look at how I did for June. So I had 5 books that were being rolled over. So we had That Kind of Guy, For Your Own Good, Chain of Iron, Dishonestly Yours, and The Housemaid's Secret. And I read all of them except for Your Own Good and Chain of Iron. So still have 2 that if I don't finish in June, then I will roll over into July. It's currently June 18th while I'm filming this, but I have less than a week until I leave to go on another trip, and I won't be home until July 4th, so I have to do this now. Okay, so for my first spin for June, I got Libby Wreck, and for that one I picked Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, and I did read that today. For TBR Knockout, I read Camp, which was the group book. For LGBT, I selected The Bones Beneath My Skin by TJ Klune, and I did read that. For past season-a-thon author, I selected Mate by Ali Hazelwood, and I have not read that, but I'm going to say if I don't read it this month, which is a very good possibility that I will, but if I don't read it this month, I'll roll it over into July. And then, let's see, for TBR Vet, I selected The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. And I've actually already had that book come in on Libby for me to read. So that's actually going to be the next audiobook I listen to after I finish the one I'm on now. And then so if I don't get to it, I will roll it over, but I'm definitely going to get to it. And then for Goodreads, I selected Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst, and I did read it. So I'm not taking any punishment spins this time. Okay, so I have a couple of things that I would like to get on my wheel if I possibly can. So first off, every month I pick a book buddy of the month from my coffee patrons, and they get to pick a required read for me and also the buddy read book for my coffee patron group. So the required read this month, Stephanie, my book buddy, selected Only a Monster by Vanessa Lynn, and to have that right here. And for our buddy read, we're going to be reading Lore by Alexandra Bracken. I'm also filming slightly different than I normally do, so I can't tell how close up it's actually looking because it's a teeny tiny screen. I do plan on also participating in TBR Knockout, which is my yearly reading challenge. I'll link that up here if you haven't seen it. And also Books and Lala's Buzzword and Buzz Cover challenge, which I'll pick those books out towards the end. Okay, so let's get right into spinning with spin number 1. So that is a TBR Knockout. Okay, so one of the prompts for TBR Knockout, so the theme for July is vacation, and one of the prompts is read a book set in a different country, and Only a Monster is set in London. This says, it should have been the perfect summer. Sent to stay with her late mother's eccentric family in London, 16-year-old Joan is determined to enjoy herself. She loves her nerdy job at the historic Holland House, and when her super cute coworker Nick asks her on a date, it feels like everything is falling into place. Then a Good Samaritan attempt gone wrong sends Joan spinning through time, and her life quickly begins to unravel. Her family isn't just eccentric, they're monsters with terrifying hidden powers. And Nick isn't just a cute boy, he's a legendary monster slayer who will do anything to bring them down. As she battles Nick, Joan is forced to work with the beautiful and ruthless Erin Oliver, heir to a monster family that hates her on. She'll have to embrace her monstrousness if she is to save herself and her family, because in this story, she is not the hero. This sounds like fun. Okay, so oh, that puts 5 marks on this one, which means I have to erase these and we will have a bonus spin. Okay, I went ahead and erased TBR Knockout as well. And we're going to spin to see what we replace it with. Random color. Let's make sure I don't already have that on here. Got random number, random letter. Okay. All right, spin number 2. New author, and there's no marks on this one, so that one's safe. We do actually have 2 other danger zones, random letter and nonfiction. I think those are the only 2 danger zones right now. Okay, so I have to find a new to me author. I'm sure I have an author I haven't read before on my shelves. So let's see. I have never read anything by Audrey Ingram. Here is The Summer We Ran. This was a June 2025 book of the month. I haven't read it yet. This says, in the summer of 1996, Tess Murphy's mom gave her 2 rules to abide by. Keep quiet and stay out of trouble. Her mother landed a new job as a cook at an affluent Virginia estate and didn't want anything to risk the opportunity, least of all her outspoken teenage daughter. What no one saw coming was Tess falling deeply in love with the boy next door, high society Grant Alexander. Over a few wondrous and heat-filled months, Tess and Grant's love bloomed so ferociously it feels utterly impossible that anything can keep them apart, until tragedy strikes. Now more than 2 decades after their epic teenage romance, Tess and Grant are both running for governor of Virginia, and secrets from that summer threaten to shatter their families, their political futures, and the memory of the first love that shaped their lives. So this is what I'm going to select for new author. Okay, let's put a mark on that. And I will erase new author. Okay, we are going to replace new author with my pick. I feel like this is already on here. It is. So let's spin again. Four-plus word title. Okay, that's not on there. All right, spin number 3. Four-plus word title. Okay. Okay, so I was going to pick Just for the Summer, which apparently is book 3 in the Part of Your World series. But I've actually read that. I have not, however, read Part of Your World, so that is what I'm going to select for this one. This says, after a wild bet, gourmet grilled cheese sandwich, and cuddle with a baby goat, Alexis Montgomery has had her world turned upside down. The cause, Daniel Grant, a deliciously hot carpenter who's 10 years younger than she is, and as casual as they come, the complete opposite of sophisticated city girl Alexis, and yet their chemistry is undeniable. While her ultra-wealthy parents want her to carry on the family legacy of world-renowned surgeons, Alexis doesn't need glory or fame. She's fine with being a mere ER doctor. And every minute she spends with Daniel and the tight-knit town where he lives, she's discovering just what's really important. Yet letting the relationship become anything more than a short-term fling would mean turning her back on her family and giving up the opportunity to help thousands of people. Bringing Daniel into her world is impossible, and yet she can't just give up on the joy she's found with him either. With so many differences between them, how can Alexis possibly choose between her world and his? So this is what I'm going to read for 4-plus word title. Okay, let's mark that, which now puts 2 on here. And let me erase 4+ word title. I will be so happy when I can find my little prompts like this so I can go back to using those and not have to dry erase. Let's see what we're going to replace that with. Buddy read. Okay. I don't think that's on there anywhere. Okay, spin number 4. Random color. Isn't that the one we did at the beginning? Okay, let me get a random color generator here on my phone. Actually, I think I have a wheel of colors. Here we go. Red. Okay. So I need to find a book that's any shade of red, pretty much. Oh, you know what? This is the next book in the Part of Your World series by Abby Jimenez. This is what I'm going to read. Yours truly. I don't think these are the same people, so I think it's okay. This says, Dr. Brianna Orwitz's life is seriously flatlining. Her divorce is just about to finalize. Her brother's running out of time to find a kidney donor. And that promotion she wants, oh, that's probably going to be the new man doctor who's already registering 80 on Brianna's pain in the ass scale. But just when all symptoms are set to hate, Dr. Jacob Maddox completely flips the game by sending Brianna a letter. And it's a really good letter. Like the kind that proves that Jacob isn't actually Satan. Worse, he might be this fantastically funny and subversively likable guy who's terrible at first impressions. Because suddenly he and Bree are exchanging letters, sharing lunch dates in her sob closet, and discussing the merits of freakishly tiny horses. But when Jacob decides to give Brianna the best gift imaginable, a kidney for her brother, she wonders just how she can resist this quietly sexy new doctor, especially when he calls in a favor she can't refuse. So this is what I'm going to pick for a red cover. Okay, put a mark on here, which gives us 1 there. And then I'm going to erase random color. Okay, let's see what we're going to replace that with. Past season-a-thon author. All right. Okay, that was spin number 4. Now on to spin number 5. How about we get something other than the slices we've already been landing on? No way. Again, on the same thing we already landed on. This one is buddy read. It's fine. I have a buddy read this month. As I said earlier, I'm going to be buddy reading Lore by Alexandra Bracken with my coffee patrons. This says, every 7 years, the Agon begins. As punishment for a past rebellion, 9 Greek gods are forced to walk the earth as mortals. They are hunted by the descendants of ancient bloodlines, all eager to kill a god and seize their divine power and immortality. Long ago, Lore Perseus fled that brutal world, turning her back on the hunt's promises of eternal glory after her family was murdered by a rival line. For years, she's pushed away any thoughts of revenge against the man, now a god, responsible for their deaths. Yet as the next hunt draws over New York City, 2 participants seek her out. Castor, a childhood friend Lore believed to be dead, and Athena, one of the last of the original gods, now gravely wounded. The goddess offers Lore an alliance against their mutual enemy and a way to leave the Agon behind forever. But Lore's decision to rejoin the hunt, binding her fate to Athena's, will come at a deadly cost, and it may not be enough to stop the rise of a new god with the power to bring humanity to its knees. So this is what I'm selecting for buddy read. Okay, we'll put a mark on that, which now gives us 3 on this slice. And let me erase buddy read. I literally think we've gone back and forth between the same 2 slices this whole time. Okay, let's see what's going on there now. Beautiful cover. That is not already on there. Okay, so this is my bonus spin. So we've done the 5 base spins. Now onto the bonus spin. I do not mark on the bonus spins. But I will change out the prompt. Okay, so here we go. Libby Wreck. Okay, it was a different slice this time. Okay, so what I'm doing for Libby is I've selected audiobooks and available now. And I'm just going to scroll down until I see something that piques my interest. Yours truly is on there. You know what? I think I'm going to go with The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. Like I said, I'm really wanting those summery reads right now. So I'm going to save that. And that's what I'm going to select for this one. I also own the box set of the complete Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy and haven't even opened it. Okay, now I just need to change that prompt. Okay, what are we going to replace that with? Buzzword. Do I have that on here already? No. And as I said, I don't mark on the bonus spins. Okay, so I already told you what I was going to read for TBR Knockout because that spin came up. But I do need to figure out my buzzword and buzz title. So for buzzword, it's a title with occupations. So let me see. Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, so I want to say for like the past 2 months now, I've been reading this series. And this works perfect. So for this, I'm going to go with The Housemaid is Watching, because this is book 3 in the Housemaid series. And I just read book 2 in June. So this works for occupation. And then for buzz cover, it's something with a metallic element. And none of these books have a metallic element. So let me find something, preferably something small. Let's see, we have Zahara. There's definitely metallic elements there. Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson, her earring. Court of Dragons, I don't want to pull that out, it's in there tight. Love Radio. Looks like there's metallic, at least on the spine here. This doesn't seem like this would be that long. Yeah, it seems like it'd be a pretty quick read. So, Love Radio. This is in metallic, so is the author, but also her earrings are. Oh, this is an arc, actually, that I've had for a very long time. Okay. Prince Jones is the guy with all the answers, or so it seems. After all, at 17, he has his own segment on Detroit's popular hip-hop show, Love Radio, where he dishes out advice to the brokenhearted. Prince has always dreamed of becoming a DJ and falling in love, but being the main caretaker for his mom, who has multiple sclerosis, and his little brother means his dreams will stay just that. And the only romances in his life are the ones he hears about from his listeners, until he meets Danny Ford. Danny isn't checking for anybody. She's focused on her plan, aced senior year, scored a scholarship, and moved to New York City to become a famous author. But her college essay keeps tripping her up, and acknowledging what's blocking her means dealing with what happened at that party a few months ago. And that's one thing Danny can't do. When the romantic DJ meets the ambitious writer, sparks fly. Prince is smitten, but Danny's not looking to get derailed. She gives Prince just 3 dates to convince her that he's worth falling for. 3 dates for the love expert to take his own advice and just maybe change 2 lives forever. So this is what I'm going to pick for buzz cover. Okay, so here is my TBR for July. We have Only a Monster for TBR Knockout, The Summer We Ran for a new author, Part of Your World for a 4+ word title, Yours Truly for a random color that was red, Lore for Buddy Reed, The Summer I Turned Pretty for Libby Wreck, and then The Housemaid is Watching for Buzzword, and Love Radio for Buzz Cover. Have you read any of these? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!